Leila, and welcome back to my channel. Wow, it's been a long time since I've done a hair video. And I'm trying to keep my voice quiet because I have kids sleeping and I do not want them to wake up. This is late in the evening that I'm doing this. So, anyhow, some friends of mine have requested that I do a video on how I keep my waves in order. I had my head wrapped up in a scarf recently. Yeah, and they just wanted to see what I do. So I figured I'd be happy to show you. Because oftentimes without doing this, my waves are just crazy, out of order, or frizzy, and this keeps them looking very nice. You can see. It's very common for the very top layer of my hair. I don't know if you can hear me. It's very common for the top layer of my hair to not be as wavy as the bottom layers. I know I've mentioned this before, but even just moving aside here, then you can really see, and my hair is also a whole lot darker under there too. It's almost black actually. All right, so this is just on how to keep waves, I guess, under control, or just how to sleep in them, I don't know. I don't know what you want to call this video. Anyhow, all right. I recently cut 2 whole inches off of my hair just for the health of it. I'm gonna remove my jewelry here. And so, anyway, just to keep the length looking nice because it was starting to look ratty again. But 2 inches, for me, that's a lot of length. It takes me about 4 months to grow that because my hair grows about ½ an inch a month. But quality over quantity is always the most important thing. So I do still use my split ender pro tool and I still absolutely love it. I use that, I don't know, maybe every other month or so. And it does help quite a bit. Okay. Oof. My hair actually has a lot of tangles in it right now. Well, for how orderly it was today, I wasn't expecting this many tangles, but I usually do not wear my hair completely down all the time. My hair was down to tailbone length, but after I cut off the 2 inches, it's, what do they call it, at hip length? Just hip length. But that's okay. Lot of hair. Ooh. I think I've mentioned before with my hair, it is baby fine. So even all this up here, it's super, super soft. But the problem with that is because it's so baby fine, I get tangles in the other side, in the underside like crazy. So oftentimes the bits near my neck are significantly shorter just because they tangle so much. I'm constantly having to just cut the knots out of them. Well, I'm going to finish brushing out this monstrosity and then I will get back to you to actually talk about how to tie it in a scarf. Okay, my hair is brushed and I have it parted in the middle. It doesn't have to be 100% like a straight line because you're sleeping in this. Who's really gonna see you? Unless you have to actually go out the next morning when you weren't planning on it and be seen in public, like what did happen to me today. So I am gonna show you what to do in such a case of an emergency like that. In the meanwhile, I am just going to spritz my hair a little bit. This is actually just some water and a couple essential oils. I think it's orange, lavender, and rosemary. Put it in a spray bottle of mine. I just happen to have. Okay, now my hair is not soaking wet, it's not dripping, it's just slightly damp. I'm not putting in mousse or anything because despite how much I really, really do want to like mousse, I'm finding that it just makes my hair clench. Like no matter what, and no matter which products either, so it is what it is. Okay, I know it's hard to see because I've got dark hair against a dark shirt, but there we go. And for those who are curious, here, my hair is down to here. All right. All right, now I would recommend matching scarves for this. However, I don't have matching scarves at this moment. I have one set somewhere, but I'm too tired to actually go look for them. So, 2 scarves for this. I'm gonna take one, and I'm gonna leave some extra length at the top here. So I am gonna give myself some bunny ears for a minute here. Oof. And I'm just going to pin that in place there. And I am going to pin it again over here just for a second. And I'm just using, I don't know what kind of clips you call them, but they work. All right. So I'm going to see if I can clip this a little bit closer to my part so I can get more hair into that wave. So I'm going to take a section of hair from in front of the scarf and then a section of hair from the back of the scarf. And there are so many ways you can do this. But for me, this is just about wearing it at night so you have orderly waves in the morning. That's it. All right. Okay. So I'm just going to start braiding. Just a regular braid, nothing fancy here. Oh, my hair's already deciding to be difficult. Splendid. Okay. All right. Now when I'm coming to this front section again, putting a front section back, I'm going to take more hair from this side, you know, a pretty generous amount. Now, if I wanted to, I could take hair from back here too and do a proper French braid where I'm bringing in hair from both sides. But this is a very fast, actually almost lazy way of doing this, and it works just as well. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. There will always come a section where you're weaving hair in and out without actually pulling hair in, and that's fine. Okay, and then this last bit here. All right, so all the hair from this side of my head is pulled into here. So from here, I'm just going to keep braiding down. I'm going to do this until I have no more hair to braid. Now, I'm not doing a super loose braid, but I'm not also making it crazy tight. Just a fairly snug, reasonable braid. Dun, dun, dun. And I'm coming to the middle of the scarf here too, so it's getting thicker with the fabric. And this is a polyester scarf, but you can use like a satin or a silk one. I just wouldn't recommend anything cotton because it'll dry your hair out. It won't work so well. Okay, I just got a fabric hair elastic here, and I am going to secure this. Whoop. this leftover hair here. It's just a tiny bit, but I am going to wind it around the scarf there as best I can. And then I am going to secure that, even if it's just a tiny bit. And that's just to help prevent my waves from getting an awkward, like, straight edge into it. So, okay, I've got this side done. I'm gonna do the other side. I'm going to do it a little bit faster. Okay, so I have this extra piece of hair here, and I'm just going to wind it around. Apparently, okay, I film these on a cell phone. I don't have any fancy filming equipment. My phone shut off saying my storage was too full, so I had to delete some videos. So I actually don't know where this video left off. I will find out when I edit it though. Okay, so we have this here. I'm going to take these clips out. Oh, sometimes your hair catches on them. All right. Okay, so now I'm left with these fantastic floppy bunny ears. Ah. So what I do with these, I just tie them. Definitely not too tight or it will hurt. But I just tie them. And then this is how I sleep in it, honestly. I mean, this is it. Now, if something happens and you're in an emergency and in the morning you have to go somewhere and you don't have time to take your hair out, like what happened to me today, here's what you do, okay? Don't freak out. You can take these, wind them around your head, come back up here, tie this top part, okay, and now wrap it up. Roll it. Okay, and then you'll come back here. Just tie it up on the side a little bit to make it sassy. Ah, there's a cat sabotaging my video, of course. Bagheera, hey. And then from there, I just tuck these ends in wherever I can. Hey, you are stealing my show, mister. Pardon me. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay, where's that one going? Where does it not want to go? Okay. Okay. So believe it or not, I had to go somewhere today. I did run out like this. You can take some bobby pins to secure a few things so that, you know, it's not too loose. But honestly, I went out like this today. And I had 2 different people compliment me, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, you know, it looks horrible. Like the scarves don't even match. And I got compliments on it. So it can happen. But in the meanwhile, for sleeping, I wouldn't want to sleep on it like this just due to the pressure. But other than that, this is how I sleep in it. So I will undo it tomorrow so you can see what it looks like for that part of the video. Have a good night. Okay, good morning, you all. So I actually did have to go out in public today, so I quickly just wrapped my hair up and did what I had to do. Now I'm home, and I will show you how this creates much more organized waves. I did have to put a few bobby pins in the back of my hair this morning because the back ended up rather tufty. So, show you. Yes, these are the exact same braids. I've got bunny ears going on top of my head. All right. Whew. So I'm just gonna go ahead and undo these. Although I suppose if you really wanted, depending on how you do this, you could weave this into the braid and just go about your day like this if you wanted. All right. Whew. Dropping my kids off at school and rocking out to some Disney tunes. I am one of those people. I am completely unashamed and I will belt out some Disney while I drive. I don't care. All right. So because I have just the 2 strands of hair here instead of 3, it allows this to clump together a little bit more, or you've got bigger sections of hair, which will cause more of a bigger wave. The other way to do this braid is to actually just use one scarf and braid all the way down your head and up the side. It's a little bit more complicated and you need a little bit more coordination. Sometimes I do that, but I'm not doing that right now. So you can see how even compared to yesterday, my waves are pretty happy right now. And they're bouncy and shiny and soft. Okay, now for the other side. Oh, you guys, I haven't had breakfast yet or anything, and I'm just tired and kind of loopy. All right. So I'll just show you here. I'm not even unbraiding the scarf part. I'm just unweaving my hair from around it. And because I use, when you use a silk or a satin or like a polyester scarf, it keeps your hair from snagging. It's very, very smooth and soft. I would not recommend using a cotton scarf for this at all. It will suck the moisture out of your hair and your hair will grab onto it and it won't be very nice. Okay, so there you've got very bouncy waves. Now, the top of my hair, it's always flat, even with waves. So here's what I do next, okay? I'll show you the back. I hope you can see it. Yeah. So here's what I do next. Just flip my hair forward a little bit. Okay. So that keeps it from laying super, super flat. Now, obviously I've got this mark here. You can go about like this, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. What I will usually do, let's see, I'll take some of my hair, maybe not always even this much. I might take some of it and then pin it up with bobby pins, or I might do like a Dutch braid on top and then pancake it out. What do I want to do today? I am so tired. All right. The important thing when you do this is please do not brush your hair afterwards. Brushing your hair will make it frizz. Now, if you do more of that woven braid around your head, you won't have so much of that gap on top where it is just flat. But the underside of my hair is already snagging. Ugh. All right. However, all right, now all I can do is vouch for my hair type that this will work. I can't guarantee this will work for every single hair type out there. If you have stick straight hair, this might not work. My hair's already wavy, so all this does for me is help organize that wave. It gives it more of a sense of purpose and direction. Otherwise, you naturally, like the back of my hair, I've got some big waves, but then the rest of my hair has kind of like this unruly natural beach wave thing happening. So this just helps with that. This is a very easy way because there's no heat. It's very non-damaging, non-drying, and it just lets your hair be. And I mean, it's so lazy. Like if you do it at night, you wake up in the morning with it, so it's not like you're fussing all day to get a certain hairstyle. It's like you're doing your hair while you sleep. So that's pretty cool. Anyhow, so that is one way that you can manage waves. And if you notice, oh yeah, I wanted to show you the ends too. Because I continued to wrap them around this scarf, even if they were little bits, it allows them to get that wave too, instead of them falling stick straight on the ends and kind of having like that awkward straight line. So that is something I do like about it. Now, if you want to put a finishing product in your hair after this, like a mousse or a hairspray or something, fine, be my guest. I don't. Anyhow, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos like this, I usually do ones on nails, hair, I don't know, just random how-tos. Sometimes I'll give you glimpses into my life, my chaotic life. But you could always tap the bell icon. And I do that for people that I subscribe to as well, because I like seeing what other people are doing. And I'm sure I probably did learn this scarf trick from, pardon me, I probably did learn this scarf trick from another YouTuber, so I don't think it's an original from me. Anyhow, have a great day. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video on how to manage waves with a silk scarf. It's very comfortable to sleep in. It's not like curlers that advertise, you know, no heat, comfortable to sleep in. I've tried a lot of those and they're not comfortable at all. This works and it's affordable and it's so easy. So, hey, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can always click on the bell icon to be informed of upcoming videos, and you could always subscribe to my channel. I always appreciate that as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.
Let's go.